This beautiful family photo of 4 generations of women was lost until I found it in an antique store and returned it back to this little girl nearly 65 years after the photo was taken. If you haven't seen my videos before, this is part of my Returning Lost Photos to the Rightful Owners series, where I go to antique stores, I find a photo that's been lost and track down the person in the photo and send it back to them. This photo was a really lucky find because it had 4 names of the 4 women in the photo, which I knew were 4 generations. So I was able to track them down by their names and figure out who was who in the family tree and get it back to one of them. This series is really hard from a research perspective and just on my heart perspective, because I find these photos and I'm really excited to find these people and return them back to them, but more often than not, they're not alive. It's always been their kids or their grandkids, and they're of course so happy. But I've always wanted to speak to somebody and say, hey, I found your photo. When I found out that this little girl was still alive, I tracked her down and I gave her a call. And honestly, I was hit with a hard truth that I never saw coming. I'm not gonna share the call because protecting the privacy of these individuals is really important to me, but I did hear from this person's nurse that she is in fact not doing too well and she's actually unable to speak. I did get in contact with a family member and the photo is on its way back to them, which I'm excited about. But that also brought some interesting and just kind of sad news overall. For me, I think about the people in my life who I've lost and how I would kill to get another photo of a family member who's gone that I haven't seen before. But I'm trying to remember, just because my photos come with good memories doesn't mean that everyone else's do. And that these seemingly beautiful families sometimes come with not so beautiful stories. But I will say there's a bittersweet feeling of knowing that these people went through hardships in their life and came out the other end as really good people, and their family members have these amazing stories to tell about them, and I get to hear them. Photo's currently on the way back to California. Her family's really excited about getting it, and I'm told that I might get a letter back from her in the mail. So if I get that and I get her permission, I will happily share with you all what she says. But this could be the very first time that I actually get in one-on-one contact with someone from one of these photos. So that's a very exciting thing for me and this series. There are so many more photos to be returned, so hit me with a follow and I'll see you next time.